Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is well. I hope this is working okay. Yep. As I say, hope everyone's good. A few things to talk about today, mainly rumours more than anything else. But loads going on. Loads of new rumours, old rumours, sagas, usual. I thought, first of all, I would show anyone who hasn't seen it yet the first interview with James Maddison. It's 3 minutes long, I think, so not overly long, but it's, I found it very enjoyable indeed. So I thought I would show you that first, which is here. If it's going to work. Is it going to work? It worked in rehearsals.
I'm absolutely thrilled. I feel like I've got a good understanding of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and now I'm a part of it, and I've got this lovely white shirt on, the iconic Tottenham shirt, and it feels brilliant, and I'm ready to go. Come on, you Spurs. Being a Spurs player now is something that I'm very excited about. You come here and you get a feel for the club and the people. Speaking to the manager is very important. To have a decent chat with him and get his thoughts and feelings of how he sees Spurs going this season. He said, well, whether you come or not, you're going to see a completely different Spurs team under me. And it kind of stuck with me that he said that, and made me think, well, that's the South belief that I have in myself. I spoke to Daniel and they both spoke very highly of everything about the club, about me, and things like that are so important. And building a good relationship with him, with Daniel, speaking to other players. Obviously, I know a lot of the lads anyway, and like you said, played against for many years. So myself, my agent, my family were all really happy with the decision. And like I keep saying, I'll keep going back to it. I can't wait to get going. My family's everything, and I can't wait to have my family at the games at that unbelievable stadium. My mum and dad been with me from the start. My little brother Ben, got a little boy with my partner. He's like everything to me, and we've got two on the way very soon. So it's been a whirlwind few weeks actually, because as we're getting close to that due date with all this stuff happening in the background and stuff, it probably just makes you more rounded, more appreciative of stuff. Yeah, family's everything. As soon as I could walk, I was kicking the ball. Your career is like a roller coaster from the start, from just as a little boy. I think I've always had that in me, that leadership, that winning mentality. I've just always had that love for the game and always had the self-belief that I would get to this point, and it's something that I will never change. I'd never want it to come across as arrogant or out of line or big-headed, because my mum would shout at me for starters. But it's just that self-belief and that confidence that I have that I'm going to do well, and I'm going to get to where I eventually need to be. I always watch football, always talk football. I'm a football man, as I've said many times. And Christian was one of my favourite players, like growing up when I was in the low leagues especially, and he was in hot form at Tottenham. Iconic number 23, Ericsson, was just something that would produce quality moments with this football club, and to swap shirts with a player like that ilk was very special to me. And hopefully I can bring that enthusiasm and that football love to this club, and hopefully that will translate into good stuff on the pitch. Yeah. I'm a player who likes to take risks and be creative, and I'm a goal scorer. I like to create goals, score goals, and that's how I've always been, and that's what I said about 5 times earlier, that I can't wait to get going, because that's the hunger I have, that getting started and being a success. I'm hungry to show Tottenham Hotspur fans something they see twice a season, that James Maddison playing. I can't wait to show them the best version of myself.
No, I absolutely love it.
All my qualities I will try and bring to Tottenham to make us a better football club and get success on the pitch. Yeah.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And that was that. Let me sort this out. I thought that was fantastic. I always had this probably unfair image of Maddison in my head, that he was a bit of a big head, but it doesn't seem like he is at all. So I was really impressed with that interview. A real family man. Yeah, lovely. So he's excited to get going. I love the fact that he said that when he spoke to Ange, he said, well, it don't matter if you come or not, you're going to see a new Spurs. I just think that's brilliant. Hopefully that'll work with Harry as well. Big up, Kate. Hi, Mia. Nice to see you. Hope you're okay. Who else we got here? Hi, Mia and Kate. Hope you're well, Mia. Hi, Jim. Can't wait for Spurs to kick off. Yeah, I think we're all feeling a bit like that at the moment. It's definitely an exciting time. There's no doubt about it. So let's go on to any transfer news that has come up that I've found today. I have been reading all different reports. Let's start with Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. It says, it was reported by The Athletic and Ange Postecoglou that they're now open to the prospect of Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg departing North London to kickstart a brand new saga for this window. Despite having impressed since his 2020 move from Southampton, the combative general could now be considered too slow for the all-action brand that the Australian will seek to implement. As such, he could be the first casualty. Having been credited with an interest in Inter Milan's £50 million valued Nicolo Barella back in mid-June, perhaps they may seek to truly reignite this move now and add to their already strong contingent of players sourced from Serie A. After all, this battling midfield maestro would mark a fine alternative to the Denmark international, with his skill set arguably far more preferable for the ideals of the new coach. Now, obviously, that's just a rumour, but I would be absolutely over the moon if we get Nicolo Barella. I think he's a fantastic player, completely different type of player to Hojbjerg, and in my opinion, in a completely different league. So the fact they want 50 million for him is a little disconcerting, but he's one to keep an eye out for, and we shall see what develops there. What else is going on in the world of transfers? Well, a journalist has claimed that Spurs cannot be ruled out of signing the 24-year-old striker. Sky Italia journalist Massimo Marinella has claimed that Tottenham Hotspur could still make a sensational move for Napoli striker Victor Osimhen this summer, as Harry Kane's future remains up in the air. Despite Kane having just 1 year left on his contract with Spurs and there being no indication that he is about to sign an extension, the noises coming out of North London club suggest that he's set to stay. This includes an update from 90 Minutes 2 weeks ago, which asserted that Tottenham have informed the England captain's entourage they will not entertain any offers for him. However, the speculation continues, with Sky Germany reporting that Bayern Munich have been informed by Kane's entourage that a move to the Bavarian club would be his top preference. Marianella has suggested Kane departing remains a possibility, and the Lily Whites could compete with the likes of Chelsea, Man United and PSG for the Nigerian if their talisman leads. He told Sky Sport 24, Tottenham are a team with medium to high ambitions that are changing everywhere and everything, and there is a new manager. Excuse me. Many players will leave. The new coach may even be without Kane. In the last few hours in England, they say that even Chelsea are about to make a phone call to Napoli for Osimhen. It seems that one door is closed, which is that of Real Madrid. The two most open to catch a striker are Man United and PSG. However, a place could also be opening up for Tottenham. Not really sure there's anything in that. Again, I would imagine he's going to be extremely expensive. And I've been thinking a lot today, analysing the situation in my head. And I do not think Harry Kane is going anywhere. I was thinking he's going to be meeting with Ange on the 1st, but he's not back from holiday till the 12th. And me and Jim were talking earlier. I said there's no way the club are going to leave it till a week before they go on their pre-season tour to find out what Kane is doing. So I'm guessing he's already had a meeting with Daniel and Ange, whether it be face-to-face or on FaceTime or Zoom. And I think they know what he's doing. And I personally think he is going to sign a new long-term contract with the club. That's my theory. He's got his new house being built. He loves it over here. His family are all massive Tottenham fans. I've just got a feeling that there's a sense, I know we say this every time, although I didn't say it. I haven't felt this for a long time. There's a real sense of change and excitement in the air with Tottenham at the minute. The signings we're bringing in, everything's pointing to that exciting football. The coach, very positive manager, you know, none of this sit back and defend and try and nick one goal. I've got a feeling that he's going to buy into the project. So watch this space. I think an announcement will come just before pre-season, so we've got a couple of weeks to wait. But there is no way that there's been no contact. And like I say, if he had already indicated he wants to move, I think we would be linked with far more strikers and there'd be more going on. But that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you think. I might just be wishful thinking. Sorry, I've got a really dry throat. The next thing I was going to talk about is the Daily Mirror. The Daily Mirror reporting that new Tottenham boss is convinced young star can solve his problem position. Destiny Udogie is thought to have the faith of new Tottenham Hotspur manager Ange Postecoglou, but his agent has raised the possibility of a return to Serie A. The Italian was signed on a deal until 2027 by Spurs last summer as a long-term prospect at fullback, with compatriot Antonio Conte apparently viewing him as an ideal in a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. He was obviously out on loan. Conte has since been replaced by Ange, with the Australian arriving to prompt a likely change in tactical approach. He's planning a more 4-3-3 attacking system, which has been raised as a potential problem for Udogie and could prompt a move back to Serie A. The Italian under-21 international is represented by Stefano Antonelli, who told Sky Italia that he was expecting his client to be in Postecoglou's plans, while also raising the prospect of a departure this summer. Udogie's story is clear. He's from Tottenham, and we've also had contacts in the last few days because they've changed the management, the coach, and because they'll play 4-3-3 and no longer 3-5-2, he said. Postecoglou's convinced of Udogie's space, but the Italians are calling because some think he needs another step, perhaps in a top club such as Juventus, AC Milan or Inter Milan. That's the Daily Mirror. Personally, I think Udogie will be staying and he will get into Ange's team next season. I hope so. He's an exciting prospect. If he doesn't, I don't really see why we bought him, but another one to watch and see what develops there. What else is going on? Oh, this was an interesting one. The headline was Tottenham proposed crazy offer as Postecoglou looks to sign Galatasaray duo in exchange for fringe stars. Now, this was reported this morning. It says, a fresh report from Turkey claims that the North London side want to swap some of their fringe players for two top Galatasaray stars. It was claimed last month that Galatasaray Vice President Erden Timur was in London to hold talks with Tottenham over a deal for centre-back Victor Nelson. The Danish defender has been heavily linked to Tottenham, who are also looking to sign his club teammate Nicolo Zaniolo. The Italy international has been on Spurs' radar since the days of Mourinho, and the report states that Timur has travelled to London again to hold fresh talks with Tottenham for Nelson and Zaniolo. It's claimed that Timur sat at the table with Spurs for both the 24-year-old centre-back and the former Roma man and asked €60 million for the duo. But the report adds that Postecoglou's side proposed a crazy counter-offer that includes 2 to 3 of their own players, plus plus 35 million euros cash in exchange for the pair. There's no mention of which Tottenham players could be involved, but there are numerous that the Australian is looking to offload, including Tanguy Ndombele, particularly given that Spurs have just landed a replacement as in Maddison. It's claimed that Galatasaray vice president wants to take concrete steps to try and sell some of the side's players during his latest trips to England as they look to balance the books. Now, I don't know much about either particularly, but I know they're both highly rated, Nelson and Zaniolo. Typical Levy trying to get gets rid of some of our deadwood. Mind you, I make him right. I'm thinking if we could get them for, say, 40 and a couple of our players, it would be a fantastic deal for two really good players. So another one to watch. But as I say, we shall see. Jim's put, I can't see that, Kate. I think Ange will keep him and work with him. I do too. I think Udogie is part of his plans, but I can only tell you what I'm reading. These are all rumours, obviously. None of us know what's really going on. But I personally think Udogie will be in the starting 11 for next season. Right. Lucas Moura has released a statement revealing his only regret about his time at Tottenham was not winning any silverware. He said in an interview with French media outlet L'Equipe this month, it's a mixture of emotions. I've lost it. Where did it go? I'm leaving with my head held high and with the feeling of a job well done. I've built something solid and made my mark on the history of Tottenham, but I'm also leaving the club with a tinge of regret. It hurts to leave this club, my teammates, the city. It will remain a positive experience. I've grown, I've progressed, but my only regret is not winning a title. That's a real shame. Yes, Lucas, we feel your pain. He will always be in Tottenham's history, obviously, for the Ajax game. But yes, we all feel that pain of not winning the title or a trophy. But hopefully it won't be long, please. Let's hope not. But yeah, quite sad to see Lucas go. I know he makes mistakes, but he did always give 100%. So we've got another report here. According to a report in Defensa Central, Tottenham have been offered a chance to sign Udinese striker Beto. Beto completed a permanent switch to Udinese last summer after impressing during his loan spell at the club. He ended the 22-23 campaign with 10 goals from 33 Serie A appearances. Defensa Central claimed that the 6'3" centre forward is now on the lookout for a new club, with the player's agent allegedly to have made contact with both Real Madrid and Tottenham. However, it is explained that neither club have shown an interest in snapping up Beto so far. This takes me back to the Kane situation. I am sure we would be linked to or would have purchased a striker by now if we knew he was going. There would certainly be rumours swirling around, I'm certain. So I've got this feeling he's not going anywhere. Oh, Jim, that's a bold statement. This season under Ange, a trophy will come. In Ange we trust. Let's hope you're right. That is a bold statement to make. Now, the next thing, I think that's all the news I've read today. Yeah, I did go through everything, and I didn't find any updates on Van der Ven or anything like that. Not that that means anything. It's just obviously nothing's progressed as yet. But there is something we have to talk about. I know. It's just one of those things, but it's got to be mentioned. No, not Maddison's first interview. The Kane saga. The Kane saga continues. It's like EastEnders. Now, a new report today. Another new report. This is the latest that's come out today. This was released at around about midday today. Bayern Munich are continuing to try and sign Harry Kane from Tottenham, but as expected, are running into the force that is Daniel Levy. Levy thought of interest from Man City last summer, and it looks like Spurs Supremo is at it again. Bayern are known to be keen on signing Kane and have apparently submitted a bid in the region of £80 million, which of course has been flatly rejected, with Tottenham and Levy's stance so far being that Kane is not for sale. Further on, it is also claimed that Levy is asking for a number of clauses before even considering negotiations. According to German football expert Christian Falk, one of those clauses relates to Tottenham getting a substantial payment if Kane was to win the Ballon d'Or. Writing in his latest Caught Offside column, Falk says that Levy is known for being very tricky in the clauses he asks for in any deals, and with Kane, it seems he's putting the shutters up even more. Falk writes how Bayern are likely to go to around 100 million for Kane, but that will be it as far as it goes. Whether or not that will tempt Tottenham remains to be seen. They also go on to say that you can't really blame Daniel Levy. For a start, Tottenham got stung when they sold Bale, so they'll be mindful of the same happening again in terms of replacements. And speaking of replacements, there is nobody who can do what Kane does. Goals, assists, leadership. This is his Tottenham team, and he's too good for someone to simply come in and pick up the baton. Levy is right to stand his ground. Sure, every player might have a price, but Bayern's bid of around 80 million is laughable, given some of the fees knocking about. Now, that speaks volumes to me. Declan Rice to go for 105 million. Yes, completely different player. But that is bonkers money. I mean, absolutely crazy, crazy money. I mean, I also think Mason Mount going to Manchester United for 60 million is overpriced, considering he's only got a year left on his contract. I think Maddison may actually end up being the deal of this. Well, no, the second best deal of the summer, because if we can get Kane to sign, that will undoubtedly be the signing of the summer. But I think Maddison may well end up being the second best signing of the summer, because for 40 million, what we're getting, his stats are unbelievable. Oh, excuse me, the goals, the assists, and not just the odd season, consistently, like Kane, consistently every single year he delivers. He sets up goals, he assists goals, he's creative, he's quick, he runs. You know, I just think he's got so much to offer. So to get him to 40 million for 40 million is an absolute steal. And credit where credit's due. Levy could have just sort of given up and said, no, you want 60 million. You know, he pushed for this and he got it done. So a bit of credit there for old Baldy. I just saw something else come up that's come out. This has just come out while I've been talking. It says Tottenham Hotspur are on the market for a new central defender, and Wolfsburg's Mickey van der Ven could well be the one. Spurs have started the transfer window in style, making Dejan Kulusevski's loan deal permanent and since brought in Vicario and Maddison. But the focus now will be on defence, and Ben Jacobs has claimed that Van der Ven is a concrete target. Tottenham's defence last season was absolutely shocking. Was it? I can't remember. Yes, it was. Spurs conceded 63 goals in 38 Premier League games, making them 15th worst side in the division in terms of goals conceded. That's just totally unacceptable. Three of the five sides who boasted a worse record got relegated. So Ange Postecoglou has a huge job on his hands, and signing new defenders will be a priority. Among all the names linked with the move to Spurs is Wolfsburg centre-back Mickey van der Ven, and Jacobs has claimed he's a concrete target and a move could well happen this summer. He said, I think the first concrete centre-back we are going to see in terms of negotiations is Mikey van der Ven. That's the one I think is one to watch as far as Tottenham are concerned. Tottenham have explored this deal on the player side, and it's pretty concrete from what I understand. I would call him, now Maddison is in, really one of Tottenham's top priorities if they can get him. And you will hear a lot about Liverpool, but Spurs are far more advanced on this one and way more serious. They've reached out to explore the terms of the deal, and they have definitely already held talks with his representatives, and now we have to see how things progress on the club-to-club side. But this one is a very real possibility, and sources at Spurs do indicate that he's high up on the list of potential targets, which is fantastic news. I've said before, one of Van der Ven's most impressive traits is his speed. He's so fast with a top speed of 35.97 kilometres an hour. That's faster than superstar Vinicius Jr. They said he's very likely to move on this summer, and it will cost a minimum of 26 million euros, which again I think is a steal. I do believe we will get him, but I do not think we will get Tapsoba. I hope I'm wrong, but I think we will go with the Fulham Adebayo because he's cheaper, and at the end of the day we can't buy everybody. So that's my own personal opinion, but I'll probably be proved. I hope I'm proved completely wrong. So yes, the final thing I wanted to just mention were let me get that up the front. The odds now for Harry Kane to stay at Tottenham have shortened to 8 to 11. Now, just a few days ago, he was odds on to go to Bayern Munich. So it's looking good. 11 to 8 now to buy. And he was at one point, I think he might have been 8 to 11 to go to Bayern. So I just got a feeling Kane is going to sign. And I think it'll be more than just a year. I think he loves this club as much as we love him. And I think he will commit his future. I don't hold anything against him for not making a statement right now. Number one, because he's on holiday. Number two, because... Wayne, what have you missed? You missed everything. Oh, I haven't stopped talking today. We've had loads to talk about. Sorry. We have. We've had loads to talk about, but it's lovely to see you. And you, Rob. This is just an old man who loves Spurs. I count myself lucky to have supported our club for 60 years, in which time I've seen us win everything apart from a Premier League and Champions League. In Ange, I trust. Go on. Yeah, we've covered lots today. I was just saying about Kane. The odds of him leaving were... he was favourite to leave the club and go to Bayern Munich. Now it's reversed. He's a lot stronger favourite now to stay at Tottenham. And I was saying that Jim and I had spoke earlier, and I do truly believe if they will not wait till the 12th of July, which just so happens to be Jim's birthday, to have discussions with Harry, and that's when he's due back from holiday. They will not wait until 6 days before they go to pre-season. That's the first thing. The second thing is he's got his house being built. He's not going to want to uproot. He's got this mansion being built next to his golf course that he loves. His whole family are Tottenham through and through. They love the club. Tottenham in his heart. I see him signing a long-term contract, and I think it's already been verbally agreed. That's my opinion. I'm probably completely wrong, and he'll probably end up moving on somewhere else. But my feeling is Kane will not be leaving this summer. He will either sign a small extension, but I personally think he will commit his long-term future to Tottenham like Sonny did. He'll get a bumper deal and probably 350 grand a week. He will get a statue at some time or another. And I think he will be with the mighty Spurs for the rest of his career. So let's hope that's true. Please. But yeah, please watch it again because there's loads of things I've covered today. I've covered Hojbjerg possibly leaving, 2 Galatasaray players we're strongly linked with, incorporating a swap deal with some of our old rubbish. I've covered Maddison's first interview. I played that out. All sorts of things. Van der Ven. Yeah, so it's been... I feel like I've been on for hours because I feel like I've covered loads today. Yeah, see, this is another thing, Wayne. You're spot on. With Maddison signing, Kane's now free to play football. I can see him staying. They're going to pair up and they're going to be absolutely amazing. When you think about how Kane and Son were, they were this dynamic duo, and they still are, don't get me wrong, but I can see Kane and Maddison having that same sort of connection where they seem to just know where the other one is. That has got me mega excited. I mean, look, the Spurs shirt's on today. I was so excited this morning when I woke up. Me and Jim sat and watched all the new Maddison videos, and I was like, yes, the Spurs shirt's going on today. But yeah, I can see them being a fantastic double act. Oh, Jim, that's very nice. I'm well proud of Kate. That's nice. I haven't got a source. I don't have anyone in the club. I just research all through everywhere I can find, and just from English papers, Turkish papers, Italian papers, wherever. And I just bring to you what people are saying and what people are talking about and who we've been linked with, because you never know. Some of these are probably going to be true. They can't all be wrong. It's very rarely smoke without fire. So, and throw some Kulu and Gill in the mix. That's going to be one hell of a ride. Yeah, I have to say, I think the front of our team are just magnificent. We're as good as anybody. That's all right, Mia. We'll let you off. Nice to see you. Spurs Ninja, big up, Kate. Hi, big up yourself. Nice to see you. Spurs Ninja, big up for all the support you show. You should be proud of Kate. She's going to be a hit amongst our community. I hope so. I do hope so. I try. It's just me. There's nothing else. I'm just a girl who loves Spurs. That's me. But that's very nice of you to say. So yeah, like I say, I just bring you what I read. Let me just check nothing's broken. Oh, what's this? See, look, this thing's breaking all the time. Yeah, I've got a new bit of news. With Spurs shipping 63 goals in the Premier League last season, would the addition of Edmund Tapsoba make all the difference? Oh, well, it's been a busy start to the transfer window for the Lily Whites. Yeah, we know that. Clement Lenglet looks like he's gone. I think we can safely say he might actually be gone. It's all pointing to the fact that we're not going to move on with that signing. So that's good news. It says Daniel Levy and co seem to be well aware of the need to strengthen their defence and have identified 24-year-old Burkina Faso international Tapsoba as one of a few potential targets for the heart of the defence. A deal to sign the Leverkusen star could also be cheaper than one first might expect, with the Express reporting now that Ange Postecoglou could land this man for as little as £25 million this summer. Wow, they were saying 40. There have been two other defensive names linked to Spurs this window, the first being Wolfsburg's Mickey van der Ven and the other Fulham's one-to-way Tosin Adarabioyo. Well, I thought that's who we'd end up with, those two, Van der Ven and Adarabioyo. But if we can get Tapsoba for 25, wow. It says Jones revealed whilst there have been links to Van der Ven and Adarabioyo, Tapsoba was still the most likely of the three players to join the Lily Whites. See, now this is broken. I was talking to you just now, saying that they were reporting that Mikey van der Ven was the one, or Mickey. Is it Mikey or Mickey? I keep calling him both. I feel like Trigger called him Rodney after Dave. Mickey. Where's Mikey come from? Anyway, that we was most likely to sign Mickey van der Ven. But according to this latest report, which has come out literally 5 minutes ago, it looks most likely we'll sign Tapsoba, which to me is amazing because he is an absolute beast. It says the respected journalist also revealed conversations between the sides have commenced, added conversations are open, so it will be interesting to see how these progress and whether Tottenham become convinced that he is the player they want to go ahead and sign. The 24-year-old has excelled during his time in Germany, playing 137 times since joining 3 years ago. Last season was another great year for the 6'4" monster. That's what he was described as by journalist Antonio Mango. According to Who Scored, across his 33 Bundesliga games, he averaged a good match rating of 6.64. Well, I think the Beast is better, but the Monster's okay. It was even better in European competitions, as in his 8 games in the Europa League, he averaged a seriously impressive match rating of 7.28, and his underlying numbers are equally as brilliant. According to FBREF, who compare players in similar positions, Tapsoba sits in the top 5% for progressive passes, the top 6 for successful take-ons, the top 8 for progressive carries, and the top 10 for attempted passes, and the top 15% for shot creating actions. That's all per 90 players. It says those numbers highlight that alongside his defensive nous, and this defensive gem could thrive in a more attacking setup, something that would pair perfectly with Postecoglou's footballing philosophy, one rooted in entertaining football. Wow, that's really got me excited. I'm glad the Spurs shirt is on today. I'm glad the Spurs shirt is on. It sounds really good. Wayne, don't question it. Don't question it. Maybe no one else has noticed. Shh. Just keep it quiet. No other clubs have noticed. It's only 25 million. Please don't tell anyone. What does Rob put? The issue I have, Kate, is last summer we started the window strong, only to finish like a damn squid. Let's hope that at last Levy recognises THFC are a football club. I've got to give a bit of credit to Levy here. I do think he has been atrocious. I think his position's become untenable on more than one occasion. But I think Jim might be right. He may have actually learned from his mistakes. We've never done business so good so early. Normally we faff about and then sign them at the 12th hour. But he's got in 2 really quality signings so far. Kulu's now a confirmed player. Porro will be a confirmed player tomorrow. 2 strong reports there. One saying Tapsoba's close. One saying Van der Ven's close. So, I mean, that is fantastic. We're also linked to, I know we're linked to a million people all the time, but we need 2, if we can get 2 really good defenders in, I think we're not a million miles away. We might be a long way away from City, but the Champions League's 5 places next season. Brighton are going to tail off because of European football. Villa are going to tail off because of European football. Newcastle, I think, are going to struggle. I mean, it is a massive change for these clubs. They're going to be playing twice. Villa, I don't know if I said them, but they're going to be playing either Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday or Sunday, and then Thursday, Sundays is the killer. You know, I love the fact we're getting written off already and people are saying, oh, their aim's got to be top 8 or top 7 or, in a good cup run. Let everybody write us off. Let's do things quietly. We used to do that with Poch. Just carry on, do our own business. Just keep plodding along. Don't tell anyone that Tapsoba is only 25 million. And we'll see what happens. But this is the most positive I've felt, I think, since Poch left. Wayne, stop it. That's my issue, Jim. Why, if he's as good as everyone says, isn't the transfer fee at least double? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but maybe they need the money, balance the books. I mean, I'm not sure. But we'll see. But yeah, I agree. Let's keep them coming. It's got a bit quiet. We signed Vicario and then straight after Maddison. And now we've gone sort of a couple of days, whatever it is, without signing anyone. I'm kind of twiddling my thumbs, wondering who's next. But I still think Kane announcement soon. I think it will be the week between the 12th and the 18th of July. I think we're going to have a massive video of Ange, Kane, contract signed. That's what I think. I do. I think it's going to be a big one. 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, massive contract. That's what I'm thinking. And I can't wait. I think we should have the video. Kane's contract and Ange throws the dart, much like Maddison did. Hits the contract onto the dartboard and it zooms in and it's Harry Kane's signature. What do you think? I think that would be amazing. I know it's only 2 days, Jim, but it feels like a lifetime. I like it. I like coming on, going, oh, we've signed someone. It's really exciting. But anyway, with the Kane thing, we'll drag on and on. But I don't think it will. I think it will be soon. And as I said, there's no way they would leave it till the 12th of July when he comes back. There has been contact, whether it be Zoom, FaceTime, telephone calls. Levy might have jumped on a private jet with Ange and gone over and seen him. We don't know. But I'm telling you now, Daniel Levy will not be. He will be aware of what Kane's going to do. And in my opinion, Kane is going to sign. And commit his future to the club. But like I say, this is just my feeling in my water. Yeah, latest news, anything else before I go? Oh, I do feel like I've waffled on, but we've been through loads of things. So thanks everyone for joining me. Oh, Manchester United. Oh yeah, look, another thing to do with Kane. Man United this time. Man United have already identified good. This looks like it could be a good one. Their perfect Harry Kane transfer alternative. Good, because he's not coming to you. He doesn't want to move to Manchester and be with you lot, so just bore off. After a couple of weeks of stagnation and frustration, United are about to announce their arrival in the summer transfer window. Blah, 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 blah. Apparently, Ten Hag installed Tottenham Hotspur striker Harry Kane as his top target, but there's a growing feeling that Spurs will refuse to sell the England captain despite his contract being up. Should they be prepared to, blah, 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 Kane, they won't pay the money. So who are they looking at? Man United are looking at Eintracht Frankfurt ace Randall Kolo Muani, who is one of the most sought-after strikers in Europe, scoring 23 goals and 17 assists in 46 appearances. Don't really know much about him, but yeah, that's who they're looking at. Well, that's fine. Let them move on because they're not going to. Sorry, I've just seen what Wayne put. I still can't believe Levy wants 100 million for a one-season wonder. I know. He's just a one-season wonder. What's this? First, Ellie, then me, and now Kay. You better be on your guard, guys. The girls are in town. Well, do you know what? Why not? Why not? I've supported Spurs all my life. Went to my first game when I think I was 5 or 6. Met my husband there when I was 21, 22. So, yeah, Spurs to me are a massive part of my life. And I thought, why not just come on and have a chat with people about our beloved club? So, yeah, so Manchester United are out of the picture. Now, there was one other breaking news story. Where is it? Is it anything interesting or is it a load of twaffle? Let's have a look. Spurs in hot pursuit of Premier League striker. Who's this? I don't like this. Who do we want now? Tottenham Hotspur have set their sights on Daniel Jebbison amidst uncertainty at Sheffield United. Oh, he's only a youngster. The future of Daniel Jebbison, the forward for Sheffield United, is becoming increasingly nebulous, and Tottenham Hotspur amongst the Premier League squads closely tracking their developments. Everton, Newcastle and Villa are the other teams that are reportedly keen on the 19-year-old prodigy. Well, that's one for the future. That's good to know. Apparently, Juve, Dortmund, Leverkusen and Tottenham have all shown an interest in Jebbison, but we're firmly still in the chase. I like things like that because we've got to prepare for one day when Kane does go, whenever it be. So, yeah, that's all it is. And that is all the breaking news and latest news that I've got. So, unless anybody's got anything they want to talk about, what is the time? 3:15. I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. Yeah, Maddison's first interview's done. I tell you what I do want to do. Hold on a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm not even going to write it. Yeah, I'm going to write that. That's easier. to finish up, I just want to say thank you very, very, very much. This channel has been going 5 or 6 days and I'm already over 50 subscribers, and one of my videos had over 300 views, which is insane, considering I'm just a girl who sits on my bed talking about Tottenham. So it really means so much to me. Honestly, I wake up in the morning, I look at my channel and I'm like, oh my God, I've got another one. I'm so excited. And Jim will confirm that this is true. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed, because I wouldn't, well, I would still probably just talk to my or Jim. But it's nice to know that people are enjoying the streams. So yes, thank you very, 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 very much. If I could, I'd buy you all a box of, is it roses? Thank you very much. You're one and only. Yeah, I think it was the roses advert. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will obviously be back tomorrow at some point, unless there's any news tonight. And thank you. Thanks, Mia. Yes, thanks for all your help that Jim said. You've been a superstar. Yeah, if there's any news, any breaking news, any sign-ins, any updates, I will be back before then. Otherwise, I will probably schedule a stream for about the same time tomorrow, about 2-ish. It was meant to be 1:30 today, but we had to go out, so I had to quickly change it. So I really appreciate you all coming on. And yeah, please enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure I will see some of you over at THFC Till I Die at 4. Thank you so much, Wayne. That's really nice of you to say. I've had some really nice comments, and I do appreciate them and your support. So yes, that's it from me. As I say, I will be around tomorrow around lunchtime. If you can make it, that would be great to see you. If you didn't miss the beginning of the stream, please give it a watch. Like I say, it's the Maddison first interview, and loads of different transfer talk, players that we've not been linked to. There's news about Zaniolo from Galatasaray, just loads and loads and loads that I crammed in earlier today. So yeah, if you missed the beginning, please watch it again, and I will I will see you all. That's true. If you build it, they will come. Yes, well, I can't be anybody else. I can only be myself. So it's just plain old me with my Tottenham shirt on. But yes, anyway, I'm waffling again. I shall see you all over at Derm stream, and if not, please join me tomorrow lunchtime. I will set up another chat, and if there's a new sign-in or anything breaking, you will know, because you will get a notification that I'm coming on live to bring it to you. So have a great, great day, everybody, and I will see you all soon. Bye.